So hello everyone, good evening. Okay, so let us start with today's session. Is it time audible? Let's check that the voice is clear from my side and the screen is visible for all. Yes or no? Nagesh, Dipti Ranjan.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening, Dipti Ranjan. Thank you. Sri Purna, Arjun, Ashwini, Prashant, check that. Okay. I hope that the voice is clear from my side and the screen is visible for all, right? Okay, so let us start with today's session. So can anyone just revise me what things we have seen in the last session? I think we have discussed about the enterprise structure. In that we have see that how to define the company, how to define the company code, how to assign the company code to company. Then I think we have seen the business area also. Is it right? If I am not wrong, we have completed these 3 points.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah. So now let us start with the next point, that is define the functional area. Let us see what is in by functional area and how to define that in the SAP. Right, then we'll see for the credit control area also. So meanwhile, just let me know, is there any query or if you are facing any issues in these three, or if you have any doubt till what we have seen in SAP. Anyone, if you are facing any issues, let me know, or your doubts, you have any doubts, you can discuss.
Sir, actually, I didn't got chance to do it that define company and code. So if I get chance to do by this week, I will let you know on WhatsApp.
Yeah, definitely, no issue.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So shall I continue with the next part, that is the functional area, right? Okay. So this, I think we have not seen that in last session. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let us see what is a functional area, right? So again, it is we can say entity from the SAP FICO enterprise structure. That is, it's a structure of criteria for an enterprise or government with the functional aspects. The functional area is we can say other just mute yourself, right, during the session. If you have any doubts, you can unmute and you can ask, but during the session, just mute yourself. Okay. So the functional area is required to create profit and loss account in financial accounting using cost of sales accounting. So there are following we can say examples of structure area that is for functional area. We can say that is, it can be a manufacturing, it can be administration, sales, research and development, for which basically we can draw or we can take the reports as per as profit and loss point of view, right? That is as far as financial accounting point of view, right? So this functional area again we can define with the help of an path like implementation guidelines, that is from SPRO, implementation guidelines, enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, and functional area. Correct? So basically, remember that functional area is nothing but what the actual your functional departments in your business, like it can be we can say like this: manufacturing department will be there, administration will be there, sales and department and research and development will be there, or you can take like this also: software supporting development, technical, like that also, right? So again, you can use a 4-digit code for defining that functional area, right? And you can save it. Now how to define that functional area in SAP? Just follow this path. That is, first go to SPRO, right? I think now all of you are clear with this. SPRO means SAP reference objects, right? In that, basically we are doing the implementation point of view configuration, that is customization part will be done in the SPRO path. So here you can see implementation guideline, that is IMG part is there, right? In that enterprise structure, because we are seeing the enterprise structure, so that's why I click on enterprise structure. This is a part of enterprise structure, right? That is creation of functional area, business area, company code, right? So that's why we are just clicking on this enterprise structure. Then if you have to create a new functional area, then you have to click on definition, right? That is, we are going to define. Now this is a part of our financial accounting. So just click on the financial accounting. And here you can see that the defined functional area. Basically business area we have defined here, right? Now define the functional area. So just click here on this execute option, right? I think in the previous session also I have told you there are two options here. You can see now this is the defined functional area, right? On the left hand side you can see there is like an clock like symbol is there. Basically this symbol in SAP is used for executing, right? Whereas before that there is one symbol like paper is there on there, we can say glasses or specs are given like that. Okay, so this is just for information. That means if we click on that page, right, this symbol, this will give us information about these fields or this whatever the entity is there. So you can see this is defined functional area, why it is important, short text use, an example is given like that. Typical functional areas as sales, production, marketing, administration, R&D will be there, right? So like that we can here define. Okay, you can take any right, you can just select any and you can copy if you require. Otherwise you can go for new entries also. So let's say I will take as manufacturing 106. I think what company code we have created, can anyone tell me in previous sessions which company code we are?
Yes, 106.
S106.
Yes, correct. Okay, so I'm just here giving M106, that is, let's say manufacturing 106, right? For S106. Same, let's say I can use that A106, that is for administration admin functional area for S106. Here I can write that for functional area for 106. Okay, same like that we can create many like S106, that is sales. Sales functional area for 106. Okay, and you can save it. Now this is what this part is called as transport request, right? All of you know that this is actually a transport request number. So this is called as transport request. But I think we have created S106 master data. So this is not our transport request, right? So go to on request and just check that where it is. Here you can see S106 underscore master data. Select that, and this is my transport request. Just save this data under this transport request. So what is the purpose, or why the transport request is required in SAP? What is the use of transport request? Can anyone tell me?
To move the data from one server to another server, like
Correct.
development to quality or production.
Correct. Very good. Very good. So whatever the configurations we are doing in the SAP, that is, let's say in a sandbox or development server, I think you are remembering that presentation also. That means we have seen there are three types of we can say roles are given in SAP. One is development, then there is a quality, right? And then there is we can say PRD is there, right? Okay, or we can say different servers are there, right? Development, quality, and PRD. Okay, so whatever the customizations are there, we are doing here in development, right? That is anything, screen development or cost like creation of functional area or something like that. So currently we have created the functional area, right? So now we have created this functional area in development. I have saved this and I have given some TR request. TR is generated just now, right? Now I'm just moving this TR. I'm just moving this TR to the quality server, right? To this quality server. Okay. So whatever this functional area will be also available in my quality server. Will also available in my quality server. I can use this, I can check, I can run this scenario here, right? And if I getting the correct report and what are the things are there I required, then this TR again I will move to production, right? This TR will get again moved from quality to production, and in production also I will get this same functional area setting. That means these three, whatever I have done here. Okay, so that's why the transport request is important. That means whatever the configurations we are doing in development, right, it will be saved under certain transport request, and basically that transport request we are moving from development to quality to production, so that whatever the configurations we have done in the development, it will be get reflected in quality and production server, right? So that is the purpose of TR. Those who don't know, just
Uh, Sir,
yeah.
Some point of time this tier has to be closed, right? It has to be
Yeah,
closed.
yeah.
Okay, when it will close? I mean,
Once you move that from one server to another, it will get closed. Na? What
okay, but
actually,
manually we have to. Mhm.
actually the thing is that in the actual businesses, there is a audit of TR is also takes place. That means the best practice is that unwanted TR should not be get generated in development like that also, right? Unwanted TRs or TR should not be just kept
Uh,
2 3 months, 6 months in only development. That is what we call it as an unwanted TR.
Okay, sir. Actually, sir, when I was in my previous organization, I was working as an end user. So that time there were some ad hoc queries. Okay, we used to get it in system, so we used to send it to SAP team. There is a consultant team. Okay, so they
Hmm.
used to ask us, is there resolved because we need to close the TR? Something that they used to say. So there is a reason. Just I am asking, is it same or it is
Yeah, yeah.
different?
Close the TR means what? Whatever the TR that means the customization or coordinator has generated, that
Mhm.
should be moved from to one server to another server. And now if you are in quality, na, that means if you are checking the quality, they are
Mhm.
asking that shall we close that tier? That means shall we move to the production or shall we just reject
Okay.
that tier like that? That means they are just able to see that what is the scenario of that whatever you are checking in the quality. Because
Okay.
at the end, what a consultant has to give an audit of that TRs also. That means whatever the TRs are generated in development, that should be moved to the quality also, and that should be successfully moved to the production.
Okay, sir. Now, okay, I have created TR. Okay, so anyone can modify the TR, right?
You have created that TR.
Suppose I have created one TR now.
Okay.
So I defined the company and company code and business area function area. So TR has been generated. So that TR can use anybody, right?
Yeah, if on a same server, right? It will
Yeah.
be if they are able to visible, anyone
Mhm.
can just do that configuration. But actually, in that, uh, it not permitted for the others to move that data to the other TR.
Okay.
Otherwise, what happen? Someone will mess with your TR also.
Yes, correct.
That means you are doing certain configurations at the backend. If I know your TR request, I will do certain background. That means some configurations
Mhm.
not related to you also, but I just try to move that with your TR also. So actually, that is not the good practice. So it is the standard practice that or best practice is that don't disclose your TR to others also.
Okay. Okay.
No, basically, in the project team, there is a someone is assigned, no, the person who is doing the define the structure, master structure. So basically, other users will not touch basically. And
Yeah,
as far as concern your quality to production, it will move. Then automatically it will close the TR, no, because it's
yeah,
already transfer system will generate the code or whatever the narration. Okay, it has been completed. Okay.
right, right.
Okay.
There should be a tracking of the TRs actually. Someone is taking care of that also. With basis consultant actually, basis consultant will be working on the TR.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in once it is okay, development we moved data. I mean we moved data from development to quality and quality to production. So once
It
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 is
get
done, mhm,
it get closed automatically. That means basis consultant will
there is no
maintain
manual
that.
closing, right?
No. Basis consultant will maintain that records. He will close that.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So thank you. So this is about the functional area. Okay.
Sir, there is one asking one question. Okay, we have defined functional area, correct? Where S106 is defined for sales functional area, S06 company.
Yes.
So we are given the basically first character like admin or manufacturing. So S106 is defined for the company for the sales function area.
Sales. It's actually it's for sales, so that's why I taken S.
Okay. But there is a company code is also S106. Then
There
this
is
is
no
also
any
no
that means
conflict,
there
no?
is
No system code, no?
no. There is no
Okay,
any simple
okay,
system conflict will be there.
okay. Take. I understand in that part of you only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now after that, let us see the next point, that is credit control area. Right. So let us see that. The credit control area is an organization entity which grants and monitors a credit limit for a customer. Right. So what is meant by credit limit? Can anyone just try to elaborate?
Yeah, I can say if a company in a sales organization, if you want to give certain credit to the customer in the market based on their credibility, so we can define their credit control area or credit limit before the transaction take place. Based on the sales team or business heads consent, we can give the certain credit limit and define. We can define in the credit limit area, controlling area.
Yeah, correct. Okay. So basically, we can give the credit limit to the customers, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that should be we have to define in the SAP, right? So that's why here there is a credit controlling area will be there, right?
Yes.
So basically, which grants and monitors the credit limit of our customers. So credit control area can be include one or more company codes. You can also enter the credit control area separately for each postings also, if this was marked in the appropriate company code. Right. Now, how to define that credit control area? Again, it will be from your implementation guidelines, enterprise structure. Just remember, whenever I say that implementation guideline, that means it should be from your SPRO path only, right? SPRO, implementation guidelines, enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting, and defined credit control area. Or you can go through the T code as OB45, where you have to define the credit control area. That means you have to assign a unique 4-digit code. You can use any coding. There is no nothing like that. You are define a company code as S106, so that for credit control area also you have to use the same code. Nothing like that. You can define any code like 1000, 2000, or whatever it may be, SS01 like that. Okay, but I am using the uniform code for you. Oh, that means for all the whenever there is a 4-digit code is required. Why? Because it will be easy for you also to understand all that. Whenever you go for practice, you can just make the use the different codes also. But the thing is that you have to maintain one Excel for that also. That means whatever the codes you are using, let's say for company you use as code as 1000, right? Then for company code, let's say 1010, right? Then for credit control area, let's say you use as S102, like that, whatever it may be. So you have to note down all these codes in your Excel, so that it will be easy for you to use that codes whenever it will be asked in future references.
But
Okay.
sir, generally S106 if we are given for the sales area. So credit control area we are also giving the same thing generally. S106 for that company. If there is another company, subsidiary company, then we can give different code like that. In the credit code area, we can define the uniformity also, no? If we created company code S106, we are also giving for credit control area also for S106.
Yes.
For that company only we can create controlling area, no?
No, basically controlling area we are creating here as an separate entity, right? Here on the next slide, you can see for that company code you are assigning that credit control area.
Different companies, no?
Right?
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yeah, I understand. The company which we are created, we can create the company credit control area for that company only, no? For that, whatever the transaction take place for defining the credit limit, we can run that company as credit control area.
Yes, basically we are assigning to that company code.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so here you can give the credit control area a code.
So,
Then yes.
you said that we need to note down all the codes also, and also that transport code also we need to note down.
As far as this current learning server, there is no need to note down the TR request, right? If you observe that, I have just created one single TR, that is S106 underscore master data, and whatever the configurations I am doing, I am just doing under that TR. But in actual practices, right? When you go on a live server, right, or in your actual practices, you have to maintain the records like that. That means here it should be TR number, right?
Okay.
Here the description of TR.
Okay. For
Okay.
what purpose it is
And
made?
yeah, then here status, right? Okay.
Okay.
Now let us say I have TR like MAH 12345, something like that.
Okay.
This TR is, let's say I have prepared for a defined company.
Okay.
Okay. Now status. First I have prepared in development, right?
Okay.
Okay. Now after some days, if it is moved on quality, you can just define here to quality. That means whenever I see that this TR will be in quality.
Oh.
And once you move it to the production, you can say that it is in the
So
production.
now we are in development phase.
Yeah, that means see that. Here you can also mention the date of TR also.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Creation. Like these records you can maintain, right? Okay, now basically the thing is that we are in the development. That means whatever the configurations we are doing in development, right? And in this role, basically there is no need to move this TR from development to quality and production. We are in a learning server, so that's why here we are just creating the TR here and we are just keeping there only, right? As a learning purpose. Remember like that. Okay. Now here you can see next. Give the code for credit control area. Then define the currency, let's say INR. Okay. Then here you can define the credit limit, right? That is whatever you have to provide. Okay. And just save it. And then after we will assign this credit controlling area to our company code, right? So here the again path is from implementation guidelines, enterprise structure, assignment, financial accounting, assign company code to credit control area. Okay. So let us first create the credit control area. You can see here definition again, or I will come from main screen. You can see that SPRO again, right? Implementation guidelines, enterprise structure, definition, financial accounting. I think you are now familiar with this part. Is it right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you can see here define credit control area. All right. Okay. So let's say new entries. I will use as S106 as credit control area. Currency is INR. Okay. And then credit limit is, let's say, 9,99,999. Okay. And just save it. This is my TR request, right? So just save it under that TR. Okay. So let's say we will say that credit control area for, let's say, S106. Credit control area for S106 and save it. Description I have just given here. Now I will assign this credit control area to my company code. So it will be in assignment tab. You can see same path, enterprise structure, assignment. Okay. Then financial accounting and assign company code to credit control area. Here, position your company code as S106 and assign the credit control area to it, that is S106. Press enter and save it again. So we have done the assignment between your company code and credit control area. That means for my company code, the credit control area used as S106, which is having the credit limit of 9,99,999. Okay. So this is all about the enterprise structure of SAP FICO. Right. So we have done with the enterprise structure. That means we have done with creation of company, we have done with company code creation, we have done with business area, functional area, right, and credit control area. This part, controlling area, we have not seen right now, right? That means basically we'll see that in part of CO, controlling, right? That is cost accounting part.
Sir, can you give some 5 minutes, sir? We'll configure. We'll do the configuration.
If required, I will give you, no issue.
Okay.
Which you have to configure, business area or functional area? And
Functional area, sir.
okay.
Just I was looking into your training.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Otherwise, I will. You can carry on, sir. No issue. I will do
Okay.
the.
What about others? Shall you require time to configure, or you are configuring at the end of sessions? That is after the.
Yeah, end of session, sir.
Okay, that means you can configure that tomorrow morning, afternoon, anyway, right? Still, if you are facing any issues, you can just ask me in the next sessions, right?
Yes, yes. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so this is all about the first, we can say, topic about the enterprise structure of SAP. So we are done with that. Now, second, let us start with the second topic, that is global settings, financial accounting global settings, right? So in that, we have to see the fiscal year, we have to see the posting period, we have to see the field status variant, we have to see the tolerance group, we have to see the document types, number ranges, and posting keys. Let us see one by one. Let us start with the first topic, that is fiscal year. Okay. So let us see what is in by fiscal year. So can anyone tell me what is in by fiscal year?
It's an accounting year. Maybe we can tell for India April to March.
It's an accounting year. Okay. For India, it will be April to March.
12
Okay.
months.
12 months. Correct. So basically, it's an financial year, right? For India, it will be April to March. Might be for other, you can say UK's or European countries, it has an we can say calendar year also. That
Calendar
is
year. Yes.
January to
To
December
December.
for US and other things, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so there are different we can say financial years according to the country, right? But as far as India is concerned, we have an April to March.
Yeah, basically
Okay.
Indian company financial year and global company or MNC company, basically they are having calendar years generally.
Yeah. Okay. Just a minute. Let me use another PPT. You can see here fiscal year variant, right? Okay. So let us see that what is actually a fiscal year and fiscal year variant. So fiscal year, just I think a few of you have given that it is an we can say financial year, right? For India, it can be April to March, and for European or the other countries, it may be, and we can say calendar year like January to December, right? So basically, fiscal year represents the accounting year or annual accounting periods. Remember that in SAP, basically months are treated as an period. Month is treated as an period. Okay. So fiscal year variants define your company accounting posting periods. A proper business accounting transaction normally covers 12-month periods, right? Basically, we know that in calendar there are 12 months are there, right? So obviously we have 12 periods are there, right? In a fiscal year.
Yes.
The normal rule is that business transactions are assigned to a period during which the transaction took place. And the fiscal year variant is customized to match your company fiscal year, which does not necessarily have to be start same as the normal calendar year. That is, we can say Jan to December. It will be vary according to the country. Then fiscal year variant is defined with an posting periods, and the posting periods are technically term used to refer to a months, right? So just a few minutes before I told you, in SAP basically periods are nothing but your months, and posting periods are also a technical term that is again referred to a month, right? So in SAP ERP, the fiscal year is made up of 12 posting periods, because we know that for an a year we have 12 months, so obviously it will be in 12 posting periods. But posting periods means what now?
The transaction
Basically,
are posting the documents or transactions.
correct. So whatever the transactions are taking place in our company, right? Either it is related to vendor payments, vendor invoices, customer billing, customer payment, or whatever asset related, right? So basically, these are posted in the SAP, right? Transactions, and for that specific month, right? Or basically, we are treating that as a posting period. Okay. So besides the normal 12 posting periods, you can define up to 4 special posting periods which are used for posting year-end adjustment to close periods, right? So remember now in SAP we have 16 periods. In SAP we have 16 periods. Remember, as far as calendar year, as far as calendar is concerned, we have only 12 periods, right? That means if we see calendar, April to March, how many months are there? 12 months are there.
Well,
That means 12 normal periods. We call it as an 12 normal periods are there. But in addition to that 12 periods, we have 4 additional periods are there. And that 4 additional periods are called as a special period. Okay. So why these 4 special periods are given or additional periods are given? That is given for year-end adjustments, right? For year-end adjustments, these 4 special periods are given. For example, if the normal fiscal period is closed and adjustment can still be posted in one of these 4 special periods, that means after your March end, right? After your financial year end, right? If there are some, we can say, ambiguities will be generated, right? Or during your auditing part, right? Okay, so in that scenario, you can go for posting on a special period, right? So that is 12 plus 4, that means 13, 14, 15, 16. These 4 periods will be treated as a special periods in SAP. Now here a fiscal year variant can be defined either as year independent and year dependent in SAP, right? So what is year independent? Year independent means calendar year or non-calendar year, right? So here you can see in year independent, with year independent, the accounting periods of a company remain the same each year. That is, financial reporting year is constant, right? For example, an enterprise fiscal year is Jan to December of each year, right? There are 2 types of year independent fiscal year variant. That is, first is calendar year and second is non-calendar year. Calendar year means what? The posting period is same as the calendar year, usually of 12 months, The posting period runs 12 months each year. For example, the US financial year starts from Jan and ends on December. So that's why it is called as a calendar year. Okay. Now next, non-calendar year means what? These are the time period that starts and ends any month of the year, right? Starts and end any month of the year except Jan and December. These are called as basically non-calendar year. An example for India is the best example, that is April to March, right? Or you can see in the UK, for example, the fiscal year starts in April and ends in March also. Since the non-calendar year did not start in Jan 1st, you use the indicator -1 and +1 for the period of the year that belongs to the former or latter fiscal year, right? Now, what is that concept -1 +1? We will see that in detail just after completing this introduction part of fiscal year, right? I will explain you in detail about that plus and -1 year shift, right? Don't worry about it. Now, next category is year specific or year dependent. So each specific, right, that means year specific is used when the fiscal year posting periods vary from year to year, and this is uncommon in practice, right? Just, an example of situation when this will arise is when posting periods are either greater than 12 months, right? Basically, we call as an extended fiscal year, or less than 12 months, we call it as an shortened fiscal year. The reason for shortened fiscal year could be as a result of company winding up or any other special reasons, right? Okay. I got this when we will use the shortened fiscal year or when we will use the extended fiscal year. Shortened fiscal year means what? Let us say you are winding up your company in the month of June or July, right? So in that scenario, whatever the April to June or July, that fiscal year will be a shortened fiscal year because it is not a complete fiscal year, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So this is a rare time scenario for the fiscal year. Extended fiscal year means what? Let's say if you started the company in the month of February or March, right? It will be treated as an we can say extended fiscal year. That means that March to next April, like that, or in certain that is very rarely situation. Not the businesses also following that fiscal year extended. They are taking the individual financial reports for every years only, right? But this is a real time situation. But in shortened fiscal year will be majorly you will observe that in case of winding up the businesses, right?
Winding up, either a company name has been changed or a company, certain things can be happen. No?
Yeah, right. So in that scenario, this situation will arise, right? It's a rare time situation. Now you can see that how to maintain the fiscal year variant. Now remember in SAP there are variant principle is there, right? Now what is the variant? There are basically you can see three types of variants are there. One is fiscal year variant, second is posting period variant, third one is field status variant, right? So all these variants are there. You can see here in the global settings only. Just wait a minute on this slide. These are the three variants. One is fiscal year variant, second is posting period variant, field status variant, right? Okay, so these three variant principles are there. Now, what is in the variant? Okay, so here also you can see variant is nothing but just like an again the one entity under which that fiscal year is defined, right? Periods and all that will be defined, and basically that variant we are assigning to our company code. Just like in credit control area, we have defined the credit control area. In that credit control area, we have maintained the credit limit, right? But we have assigned that credit control area to company code. Same like here in fiscal year, there is a fiscal year variant, and in that variant, basically we'll maintain the fiscal year, and we will assign that fiscal year variant to our company code, right? So that's why it is called as a variant. It's like an the we can say entity under which we are maintaining the configuration, and we are assigning that entity to the company, right? So this is the fiscal year, right? Here also on this slide you can see There are 12 periods are there, and these 13, 14, 15, 16 are the special periods, right? So we have discussed on this calendar year, independent and all that. Short term fiscal year means like this. Okay. Now, how to define the fiscal year variant? So you can use the path as implementation guidelines. Now see the path is changed. It is not a part of enterprise structure, right? So that's why the path is changed, implementation guideline, and it is from the financial accounting. So that's why implementation guidelines, financial accounting, it's a part of global settings. So that's why financial accounting global settings and fiscal year, and in that fiscal year variant, or you can use the T code as OB29, where you can see here different fiscal years variants are there, and under that actually we will maintain the periods, right? Now see that SAP standard is V3 is the standard uh, fiscal year variant that is provided by SAP, that is April to March for India. We can use directly V3. Okay, and K4 is there for Jan to December, that is non-calendar year. We can see here, right? I will go to the path. Again, let's say same from the SPRO screen. Let's say /n SPRO implementation guidelines, right? Then not enterprise structure, go to the financial accounting. Global settings, right? In that, let's say ledgers, right? In that you can say fiscal year and posting periods. So in that, let's say maintain fiscal year variant. So just click on that. You can see this is what the variant. Variant is a 2-digit coding, right? Fiscal year variant. For that we are using 2-digit coding. Standard SAP is providing V3 fiscal year, right? That is for India, April to March. But now this is learning server. You can see that someone has done changes in its description. P fiscal year, corn, whatever something someone has just changed, right? But if you see the standard SAP, right, you will get that V3 will be there. Here also SAP has provided V3, but someone has done the mess with this description, right? But actually it is April to March. You can see here also. Just select this one and just click on the periods. You can see these are the periods are given here. 12 months are there for calendar, and 12 periods are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. And these are the dates, right? Now this is what the year shift -1. Just now few minutes before we have discussed that if there is non-calendar year is there, right? We have to use the year shifts, right? Like -1 +1, right? That is for a former or latter, we can say years. Now how to define this table? Is it anyone able to read this table? How actually what it indicates?
I can read, sir. It is a month period. Also, first is like April, second May. Uh, Here is the Jan onwards. It is looking Jan, Feb, March. 4 is April.
Jan, Feb,
Like
March. Okay. Fourth
yeah.
one is April. Okay.
Yeah, April, May, June, July, August, like that.
Okay.
And
So it's starting for, let me know, just tell me, Sandeep. For this periods, which one is the starting period for financial year?
financial one is the April, stand for 30 days. And month
Okay.
is month is he's putting April. This is the
Yes,
April.
April, correct.
Yeah, period
And
is one.
ends on March, right?
Yeah, it's
12. But why this is -1? Are you able
this is
to just tell?
because India operation, no? So quarter end take place if there is any MNC company, so they can identify the quarter. So for that quarter identification, they have voted -1 minus. like that. Maybe this is my understanding. I don't know the
Okay.
actuals.
It is not like that. Okay.
To fall
What
on the
about
same
us?
year,
Yes.
if it is the year 23-24, minus one is to make it as 23, 2023. Is it like that?
Year shifting,
Year
financial
shifting.
year shifting.
Okay.
So
Okay.
to make that year,
Yes.
So, sir, actually, this is now October, November, December, right? That is. So it is
to
like
fall on the current year, if it is 23-24,
Hmm.
if minus one is there, if it falls on 2024, if minus one
January.
is there, it becomes 2023.
Yeah, 23.
Correct.
Correct. Minus is the
Correct.
23. 23.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
To fall
Very
on
good.
the respected year,
Correct. Correct.
respected years.
so this
Correct.
2023, October, November, December. So 24 will come Jan, Feb, like it's like that,
To
sir.
fall on the same year. If it is
Yeah. Yeah.
calendar
No,
year,
no.
there's no changes. If
No,
it is
one is
non-calendar year,
that one
maybe.
stand for January 23, like that.
So,
And rest is 24. April onwards.
Okay. So we'll see that with the help of this spreadsheet.
Labor.
Okay. Okay. Now just see that here in SAP. Just these are the some thumb rules in SAP. Just understand this one, right? So first is that in SAP fiscal year is single year. In SAP
Yeah.
fiscal year is single year. That means
Jan to December.
just in our accounting part we are saying that financial year 24-25 or 23-24. Is it right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But in SAP, if the financial year 24-25 is there, in SAP we are saying that it is fiscal year 2024.
Correct, correct. Yes.
Is it correct?
It is like that only, as we are doing
Yeah.
it in some way.
As far as remember, as far as our accounting point, we are saying that financial year is 2024, sorry, 24-25 or 23-24. But in SAP, we are saying that fiscal year is 2024, or you can say as fiscal year 2025. Anything, but it's a single year only, right?
Yes,
Now,
yes.
as far as standard SAP, I'm saying as far as standard SAP is saying, we are taking the fiscal year as a first year. That means if the financial year is 24-25, we are saying that fiscal year is 2024. As far as standard SAP is saying, I'm just saying. Okay.
Yes.
Is it clear up to these points? That means these 2 points.
As far as concerned in SAP, it is defined as a financial year 2024 for the financial year, maybe April to March
24.
also. If you want
Yes.
to take out the report, so for putting calling the report, we are putting financial year 2024 only. Like that.
Yes.
This is the standard practice we are doing it.
If it is not calendar year, if it is
No.
calendar year,
No.
obviously.
Yeah, financial year.
Yeah. Okay. So just remember these 2 points. Okay. Now let us take an example. Here, the 1st April 2024 to 31st March 2025 fiscal year is my 2024. Is it correct? As far as standard SAP is concerned.
Yes.
Okay. Is it clear for all?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. If anyone is not getting, just pause me You can stop me and you can ask any question, right? If you are not asking any question, I am just understanding that you are with me, you are getting these things, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now next, now let us see what is this period calendar or whatever. Basically in fiscal year variant, right? You can see any variant, right? You can take any, right? You have to define the periods actually, right? These periods. Now how to define this table, period table, right? So let us see that with the help of this Excel only, right? We can understand easily. Now here month and day, you can see here these first two columns. There are 4 columns are there, right? That is, first is month, second is day, third one is period and year shift. Same 4 columns I have written here: month, day, period and year shift. Okay, so I will just remove this also. We'll note down that. Don't see this. Only these 4 columns I have just noted here. Okay. Yeah. Now this month and day are your calendar, months and day. So my calendar will be starting from first month, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. I just noted that months of my calendar. Now I will write down here date. That means in first month, that is in January, how many days are there? 30. In February, 28. Then let's say 31. In March, 31. In April, 30. May, 31.
31.
Right?
30.
June, 30. July,
July
31.
31.
August,
August 31. 31.
31.
September,
30. 30.
September 30, October 31, December 31.
31. So all that I have noted here, right?
Mm.
Is it clear up to these 2 columns?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I got
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, let us say I have given that my financial year is starting from April to March. So April means this one, the 4th month, right?
Mm.
So as far as SAP, as far as I will write down here also in SAP, right? Okay, in SAP, I have to consider this month 4th as a first, right?
Mm.
This is second, third, fourth,
Oh.
5th, 6th, or not SAP. Remove that. Okay, because here my financial is starting from April. That means my first month or first period will be April. So that's why for 4th month, that is for April, I have given the first number, and from that I just assigning numbers. Now after that, December, obviously there will be January. It will be 10, February 11, and then March is 12. Is it clear up to this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
it.
Okay. Okay. Now see that I will write down here actual year. Actual year. That means we have given the financial year as 1st April 2024 to 31st March 2025. That means this April is from 2024. Is it correct?
Correct.
All these are up to 2024 and these are from 2025.
25.
All of you got this?
Yes. 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 Sir.
Okay. Now let us see how to calculate this year shift. Now in my, as far as SAP, right? My fiscal year variant is 2024. That means my fiscal year is 2024, right?
Yes.
Okay. So year shift can be calculated as by using the formula your fiscal year minus actual year. Formula, mathematical formula, we can note down like that: fiscal year minus actual year. So fiscal year is what? 2024. Is it right?
Yes.
And actual year is 2025. So it will be minus 1.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Minus 1. Here also minus 1. Here it is 0. Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
One.
And same table here
Yes.
it is maintained actually. Same this table in SAP. You can see here. For V3. V1 also same. Don't worry about it. V3 you can see. Same. That is 1 to 12 months. Then the days in each month. Then the periods and the year shift.
If it is
Okay.
calendar year, sir, there is no issue, right? There is no
Yeah.
concept of year shift.
There is no need to maintain these periods and all that things, year shift all. You can see here for calendar year, K4 is that as far as standard SAP is concerned. Here you can see. If it is calendar year, here you have to provide the tick. That is, it is saying that it's a calendar year.
Mhm.
If it is tick here, this is calendar year. And if you click on periods, it's showing message also. That period cannot be maintained for calendar dependent financial year variant. That means for calendar year, there is no need to maintain the period and year shift and all that.
Yes. Okay.
Yes,
It
yes,
will be
understand.
applicable. It will be applicable for only non-calendar year.
Okay.
Okay, let's see that is there any September or July, June to July is there. You can see here. It is not maintained. It's a learning server, na, so be maintained like that. Check. Yes, see, you can see that this is October to September. October to September means October is your first period. That means here in the 10th, it is first period. 11 will be the second, 12 will be the third, and then this one. And that's why minus 1 is up to your September. That is 9th year shift. Okay. Now, let's say, just take an scenario, right? Here I have told you that in SAP, the fiscal year is first year, that is 2024. But let's say your client is saying that we are not treating this fiscal year as 2024. We want to treat this as fiscal year 2025, second year, non-standard SAP, right? What are they required? That means at their end, that means the client wants to make that fiscal year is 2025. At their end, their requirement is there, right? So in SAP, we can do that also. In SAP, you can do anything, right? But SAP is saying that you just should follow the standard SAP, right? Okay, but you can go for non-standard works also in SAP, right? That is a customization part. It's a customization software, so you can do anything. But it is not standard, right? But you can do. So if someone, some business clients are there, right? They are not following any standards. They have to follow the some. That means they have some limitations. They want at their end. So they are saying that as far as this 1st April 2024 to 31st March 2025, we have to treat this as a financial year 2025. So now in this period calendar, where you have to make the changes. In the year shift only, right? And now, what will be the changes in the year shift? Have you got my question?
No, sir.
Yes or no?
No, sir.
Yeah.
I
No.
got confused.
No, sir.
Okay, no issue. Are you clear with this first point, that is in SAP fiscal year is single year?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That means if there is a financial year 24-25, in SAP we are treating as a
24.
24. That is as per standard SAP, right? We have taken example for 1st April 2024 to 31st March 2025. Financial year is 2024, and for that this will be the period calendar we have to maintain in SAP. Now there is one business client is there. They have a financial year same, that is 1st April 2024 to 31st March 2025. But they are saying that we have to treat this as a financial year 20 or fiscal year 2025, not 2024.
You mean even though we are in 2024, client asked us to.
They have,
Uh,
that means at their end they have a requirement, that is they have to use that as a fiscal year 2025, not the first year. They have to treat that second year will be a fiscal year.
okay, sir.
So
I think
as far as consultant, as now we are consultant, so what we have to do the changes in the this table, so that this we can say fiscal year will be treated as a
I
2025.
I think, sir. From April to December, we'll put +1.
Okay,
So remaining will be 0. That Jan to March, it will be 0. Is that right?
correct. So only this year shift column will get changed. Same formula, that is your year shift minus current year. Year shift is that means my fiscal year is you can say 2025. Your fiscal year formula is what? Your fiscal year minus actual year. So for first it will be 0. Now 2025 minus 2024, it will be +1. But this is not a standard SAP or SAP best practice, right? But still you should aware about that. If some extraordinary client will be there and they want to just make this non-standard SAP work, so you can say that this is not actually the SAP standard practice, but we can do that also. Don't worry about it. Now, is it clear about the fiscal year variant and the table and all that things?
Yeah, I got.
Yes, sir.
All of you, this is very important, huh? This concept.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let us see that how to create. Yes, Jessica, do you have any doubt? Okay. Now let us see that in SAP how to define this fiscal year variant, right? Now see that I'm not going to create a new, that means we can create, you can see here in fiscal year variant, you can go for new entries, you can define the variant here, you can give the description, you can define the number of periods, how many, that means 12 periods are there and 4 special periods will be there. So you can define that also here. Okay. But I will use the another way to define the my fiscal year variant, that is by copying the standard one. So I will take the V3 So I will just copy this. You can see. Okay, select that row and just say as copy as. Let's say I will use as 06 for it. So it is saying already entry is existing. So let's say 16 is there. Let us check that it is available, right? So you can say it is saying that you have to copy all the entries from V3 to 16. Say copy all. So you can say number of dependent entries copy 12, right? So now we can say that this is a fiscal year, let's say April to March, with 4 special periods. Okay, and save it. And this transport request S106 underscore master data. This is transport request number. It's taking time or loading. Just
So you said year independent. That means calendar year, right?
calendar or non-calendar year in that.
Okay.
Why it is taking too much time? It's taking too much time. Meanwhile, we will go to that presentation. Right. So like this way we can do the that means here also copy as option is given like that. We have to select the standard V3, right? Why we are selecting standard? Because it is SAP has provided this standard, so you can use that. Otherwise, you can if copy another one that is someone has created, and there will be some mistakes in that, and it will be follow the wrong calculations and all that. So just copy the standard one only. So V3 select the V3 copy as change V3 to SP. That means we can just we have used as 16 instead of that, and save that. It will be copy all the entries. Once it is fiscal year variant is defined, then you can assign that to the company code by help of T code OB37 or with the same path, but in fiscal year there is a assigned company code to fiscal year variant will be there. So variant means what? It is just like an we can say group or a code entity under which the fiscal year is maintained or the periods are maintained actually. Okay, so we'll do this assignment also, and then we'll move to the posting period part. Just check that exit. Here you can see it is loading actually. Meanwhile, let us see the theoretical part of posting periods. So what is my posting period? What is your understanding about the posting periods?
Recording of transactions. Particular method.
Okay.
The transaction taken place.
Posting the period on a particular month.
Correct. Okay. So basically, in businesses, right, we are posting the different transactions in SAP, right? Okay. So what are the corresponding periods in which actually it is get posted, right? Basically, that we are treating as a posting period. So basically, let us say today, if I post some transactions related to vendor payment in SAP, right? So the current period will be treated as a posting period. Now, current period is what? As far as let's say this is July month, na? So as far as April to March, can anyone tell me which one is the period? Period number?
Q1, sir.
Huh?
Sir.
Q1.
Four periods, sir.
Here, 4.
Q1.
Yeah.
Okay. Period. I'm just not asking
Four.
for quarter.
Four.
It's
Four, sir.
fourth period, right?
Four. Yeah,
Okay,
correct.
you can start like April is first, May is second, June is third, and July will be the fourth period. So this period will be treated as period 4. That is we called as an posting period 4, right? So that is what here given. You can see a period within a fiscal year for which transaction figures are updated. So every transaction that is posted is assigned to a particular posting period, and the transaction figures are then updated for this period. Now posting period variant. It's like an fiscal year variant again, right? Okay. So under that you can maintain the posting periods, right? So this describes the specification for posting period. For example, beginning and end. That means your posting period, when it will be begin and when it will be end. That is opening and closing actually what we can say. Might be you are aware about this term, right? Period open and period close, right? What is that concept?
Period open means next month is started, and period end means the last month is closed.
Right. Okay. So why basically we are closing the previous months?
Or closing the monthly activities. Or
It's a monthly activity, right? Month end
yeah,
activity, what we
month
can
end.
say,
Yeah.
right? But what is the purpose of that activity? That means why we are closing the previous month periods?
Because nobody can post the entry for the previous period. That is what we need to close the month end
Right.
activity.
But why we are
Okay.
closing that? That means why we are
Accuracy.
not allowing to anyone post that in the previous months?
The financials will happen, no? The transaction will misplace. So that is what for the controlling the transactions and entries, we are closing the month.
Correct. Okay. So now see that those who are not aware about this month end activity, right? I think many of you will aware about that means you are aware about that. But still, if someone is new with that concept, just see that in businesses every month there will be certain postings will be takes place in the SAP or in the any system, right? In the businesses. Now what happened? What happened after quarter end, right? After month end, we are taking the reports for that month, for that quarter, right? And we can do the analysis, we can do the reporting to the higher management and higher authorities, right? Legal requirements are there to them. So what happened, whatever the transactions will be takes place in that month, we will just close after the end of that month. That means we will do the posting or we will do the transaction in July month only. If this is July, we can do the postings or we can do the transactions in system for July only. At the end of July, let us say in the 30, we can say 31st of July, or let's say in case of 1st August or 5th of August, right? Um, uh, in that scenario, what happened? We will, as per as business or as per as the, we can say business policies are there, they will keep the period that July is open up to, let's say, first week of August only. That means in first week of August, right? We can do the posting for July, but after that we can't do the posting for July. We can do the posting only for August day, right? That means only that for specific period only. Why this that means this kind of an the methodology is followed? Because what happen if now you are in July and you are doing the postings, backdated postings of May or April, right? It will be mess with your report, because for that month end, April end or May end, we have drawn the reports and we have used that for your the profit and profitability analysis and all that other reporting parts, right? So it will be messed with your previous one reports, right? So that's why whatever, if the month ends, we'll close that period. No one can do the posting on that period on that previous month. Only the end users will do the postings on the current periods only. That is the current one month, like that. Okay. Have you
Yes.
got this?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that is what the purpose of posting periods, right? Opening and closing. And the opening and closing of that period will be decided under the variant, posting period variant. That means again we are creating one variant like in fiscal year variant, and in that variant we are again maintaining the opening and closing of the period only. So like that way it will be maintained in posting period variant. Okay, so here you can see how to define the variant. That is defined variant for open posting period, open or close posting period. So you can say again path is implementation guidelines, financial accounting, global settings, document, posting period, and define variant for open posting period. Okay, here you can see variant name is 4-digit is given and just name is given, a description, and you can save it. Once that variant is saved, you can go in OB52 or you can go in the open and close posting period part, and where you can define the opening and closing of the periods. All right. Okay. So now let us first define this variant and then we will go to the concept of opening and closing of the posting periods. Okay. So this data was saved. So just now we have created one 16 number fiscal year variant. So in that you can see the periods are there is already copied from the V3, right? So that's why you can see all 12 periods, days, right? The period starting from April to March, year shift already it has come. Save it and go back now and assign this fiscal year variant to company code. Server has slow now. Don't know. Still it is loading. All right. That okay. Now also just see a small topic on the account types in SAP also, because we require that in posting periods, opening and closing. Now in SAP, there are basically 5 account types, standard account types, like A, then D, then K, and then fourth one is M, and then S. ADKMS. There are 5 standard account types in SAP. ADKMS. Along with six one is also there. That is V for contract account, right? But standard we require 5 account types. ADKMS, right? So what is mean by these account types, right? So basically, yes, yes. Anyone wants to?
Oh, I know only A for vendor, maybe vendor accounting. D for
No,
debtors.
no. So basically, A is for asset account, all right. Then D is for your customer account. K is for vendor account. M is for material account, and S is for general ledger account. ADKMS: asset, customer, vendor, material, and general ledger. S is for general ledger, right? That is GL accounts. So basically, on these accounts, different documents will get posted. That means in asset account, asset related documents will get posted. Asset related documents means what? Purchasing of asset, sale of asset, retirement of asset, depreciation calculation of assets, like that. In case of customer account, that is account type B, right? The customer related documents will get posted. That is customer invoice, customer payment, customer credit memo, like that. Okay. Same in case of vendor related documents will get posted on vendor account, like vendor invoice, vendor payment, right? Vendor debit credit memo, like that. Okay. Same on material related documents will get posted, like material ledger document, inventory related document, right? Okay. Then on S account type, that is GL account, GL documents will get posted, right? General ledger documents. So according to these account types, right, we will maintain the opening and closing of the periods. That means for specific account types like A, D, K, and S, right? So that's why here in opening and closing of the posting periods, you can see here the second column is there. First is your variant, posting period variant, and second is your account type. There is a plus is basically for all the account types, and below that you can maintain for ADKMS. That means here the period open and close, from and to period we are seeing. That means if it is maintained 1 to 12, that means all the periods are open 1 to 12. If it is here maintained as 1 and 2 1, that means only that first period is open. If here we are maintaining as 4 to 4, that means that fourth period is open only. That means July period is open. Okay. So we'll see that in detail once we go in the SAP, but it is still taking time loading, right? Okay, we'll continue in the next session about these posting periods, right? And we'll do the assignment of fiscal year variant or company code also in the next session. Okay, is it getting all of you? All these things very well?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Arjun,
Yes.
are you getting all these things?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
No.
So today we'll stop here, right?